I just bought 5 pairs of running shoes in Japan and saved a whopping 698 Australian dollars along the way. Here's the story of my purchases, and lots of information that I hope people might find helpful if they're off to Japan for a running holiday. And I'm going to set it all against the backdrop of Tokyo's Imperial Palace Run. This is Japan's most popular running route, which attracts around 10,000 joggers a day. My first purchase was the absolutely beautiful Adidas Evo SL Woven. Actually, Ben and my wife Jenny also bought a pair of Evos, and we'd given a pair to our older son Sam for Christmas around the same time, so we are definitely an Evo family. You can buy Evos at any of the numerous Adidas stores in Tokyo, but many Adidas stores no longer do tax-free, meaning you will pay an extra 10%. So if you're shopping for Adidas gear in Japan, go to some of the big sports stores instead, like Jebio Sports, Alpen, or Step Sports. Evos sell for $150 US in the USA, $240 Australian dollars in Australia, and £130 in the UK at recommended retail price. So 18,000 yen is a serious bargain compared to most big markets. My next purchase was these Mizuno Wave Rebellion Pro 3s, probably the weirdest, most frustrating, but most fun shoes I have ever owned. I actually did a review of these while we were in Japan, and I'll link to that review in the description below. These also cost 18,000 yen tax-free from the Mizuno store in Kyoto. There are also Mizuno stores in Tokyo, Osaka, and in many other cities, and Mizunos are also sold in those big sports stores that I mentioned earlier. Once again, compared to recommended retail prices in other major Western territories, they were a steal in Japan. And the next pair was where things began to turn green. That was the Asics Metaspeed Sky Tokyos. I actually hadn't bought a pair of the Metaspeed Sky Paris shoes, and so once the Metaspeed Sky Tokyo range was released, I was very keen to grab a pair. When I found them at the newly renovated Osaka Asics store for 27,000 yen, I thought, well, they're not cheap, but compared to local recommended retail prices, including in Australia, they still represented a massive saving. Asics stores in Tokyo, Osaka, Kobe, and elsewhere all did tax-free when we were there. So don't forget to take your passport when you go shopping. And when you buy running shoes tax-free in Japan, don't be too concerned. They don't seal them up and insist that you take them out of the country before you open them or use them. You can use them immediately. You can wear them out of the shop if you want. Don't wait until you're in Kyoto to do Asics shopping though. Bizarrely, there is no Asics running store in Kyoto, just an Asics walking store. Sticking to the Ekiden green theme, the green Asics Megablasts were another deal I simply couldn't pass up. Like the beautiful blue Evo SL Wovens, this purchase was partly to do with how good the shoes look, but also to catch them at 25,000 yen tax-free, $130 less than I'd pay for them in Australia, was an extra bonus. And finally, number 5. We had saved all year for this trip, and in the last few days we had a little bit more money left than we thought we might have, so I splurged and went out and bought another pair of Asics Metaspeeds, but this time it was the Edge model. I've always been a fan of the Metaspeed Sky, but I haven't done a lot of running in the Edge, and I'm really glad I made this purchase because I've run in them several times since coming home and they've been absolutely brilliant. Like and subscribe so you don't miss out on various reviews, and I'll link a few in the description. Like the Skies I bought a few weeks earlier, these were 27,000 yen, which represented a whopping saving of $150 over buying them in Australia. As you'll see here, the shoes we chose for the Imperial Palace run were our Megablasts. But having said that, in a number of other runs we did in Japan, including several park runs, Jenny, Benny, and myself often put our Evo SLs ahead of the others. So I'm now busy making videos testing and reviewing a whole lot of these shoes and others. So please do like and subscribe if you don't want to miss out on them. And maybe check out the Run with Benny YouTube page to see what we've released so far. Happy shoe shopping. We'll see you in the next video.